Alright, say that title one more again. One more again.
Open letter
Okay.
to the vagina.
Thank you.
Parentheses, sex.
Okay, thank you.
Jimmy hats on.
Protect this conversation.
I remember how I first met you. 11 years old to your 14. I thought you were balding. I gently caressed the thigh connected to you. You flinched and so did I. I kept patting it, hoping it wouldn't open its lips and devour me whole. I didn't know at the time that's exactly what I should have been aiming for. How many other men before me were victims of this animal attack? They called it pussy. Upon seeing it, I thought, this don't look like no cat I ever saw. Vagina. The flesh attached to you spoke, and you came down from the pedestal you once sat upon and told me to lick.
Okay.
And I felt compelled to. And by God, I did. I licked it. Like a kitten licking his milk. And I swore after I counted 13 and 1/2 licks, it started to taste like milk. And I was appalled. And I asked you if it was supposed to taste like milk. And your lips moved and you said yes. And I said okay, kept licking. And then you told me, suck. I immediately froze. I looked again. I looked one more time. And I said ever so gracefully as to not insult this majestic thing, I'm not licking what? You laughed. A hearty old laugh. You said, fool, lick my clit. Oh. Now I froze again. Pornography had a funny way of teaching things. It was like an almost silent movie. All I knew was that if I put my tongue here, you moan. Then after 8 or so minutes, we start putting things in here and then we fade to black. They never called out names except for dirty slut and little bitch, so I apologize if I don't know what you're talking about when you say clit. Just then, a giant hand flew down as if from God and pointed me to your clit, and I said, it's so small. So I did as I was told and attempted to find a way to lick and suck it. I tried to hold it with my fingers. You flinched and let out the same sound those girls do in the pornos, so I figured I did something right. So I sucked it, or at least I tried. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't think she did either, but I figured as long as she kept making that noise, I was making some sort of progress. After just about 8 or so minutes, as if on cue, she said, put it in. And I didn't know what I was doing. So I used my finger, and you told me no. You said to use my penis. And all I heard was pan. And I told you I didn't bring one.
Oh no. So you're like, are you okay? Jeez.
Only for you. Only. Y'all done. Anyway.
Oh no. Call on my name.
All I heard was pen, and I told you I didn't bring one. Only for you to tell me that you said penis, not pen, and I was nervous. Because I didn't know how to do that, so I told you I'd be right back. I walked out the front door of your house, crossed the 5 to 7 feet space between your house and mine, walked into my door, closed it, and laid down on the floor while I proceeded to hold my penis like a new toy, and I was embarrassed. You knocked on my front door, but my mom wasn't home. My brother wasn't home. You yelled at the door for me to come back outside, but I stayed inside for the rest of the day. The next day, we packed the last of our furniture on the moving truck and we left before you got home from school. Never got the chance to apologize for walking out. But I don't regret it. You taught me that it's okay to not be ready. I lost my virginity that day. It took me a little while to realize that you don't lose your virginity upon penetration. You lose it when you begin to understand what you're doing.
Wow.
And it's not a loss of innocence, just a better understanding of our body's curiosity.